Welcome back to the American Entourage podcast. What's up, fellas?
Doing pretty good.
What's going on? Yeah. Feeling great.
Doing pretty
good. Yeah,
you got an IV.
IV? What all they put in that shit?
I got an athlete, like Toradol, B12. I got a mega dose of vitamin B12, trace minerals. There's a whole bunch of shit.
I love the 30 minutes. After
Isn't it crazy how we just like, we let people inject shit in us? We don't even know what it is. We're like, you seem smart. I don't know. You tell me. You know? I mean, they are. Obviously, that's their field. But like, you think about that. How crazy is that? Yeah. That's how a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, get addicted to drugs. Yeah. You seem smart. Shoot me up. You know? Fuck.
I actually like doing that.
It feels
hydrating.
So good.
Yeah, I like the first 30 minutes of it. I want to feel like that all day.
Yeah. Shout out my boy Dante Smiley, man. Them workouts is killer. I had to get an athlete today. Like, that's the name of the IV. It's called the athlete. It's got Toradol, everything you need, amino acids.
They come to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Amy and I did about a month ago. We had them come to us at the house. Dude smoked a cigarette and fucking put it out on my front porch.
You told me that.
Hold up, man. Like, how you gonna be a health and wellness person, smoke a Newport and put the shit out on the front porch, man? Fuck. I didn't know it was
crazy.
him. I had to look back on the video camera and be like, who the fuck's smoking fucking Newports on my front porch? Like, literally, I don't care. None of my friends smoke. But then the fact that there's a cigarette put out on my, leave that black shit on the fucking ground. Like, I ain't paying this big ass mortgage payment so you can just fucking burn my house down and shit, leave burn marks on my bricks. Anyway, I look back, I'm like, this motherfucker's like a nurse and he's smoking.
It's crazy. Most people that I know that smoke are surgeons, doctors, paramedics. It's like the most crazy, backwards shit.
That shit stinks, man. I don't see why people smoke. It fucking stinks.
Whenever I see somebody blowing on a cigarette, I'm like, are you stressed? People.
The fucking smell, though. That's why I get why vapes are so.
They taste delicious.
Yes.
Vapes are delicious.
Vapes are addictive.
Remember that fucking tattoo guy? He brought some shit here that was great, man. I don't know what the hell it was, but that shit was awesome.
I promise you.
But it's only good for a day or so.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just smoke vapes every day because then the shit just gets to where, like,
you're terrible.
You're fucking whatever.
Crackhead.
Yeah.
And then the evolution of vapes, it was pens.
Yeah.
And then people got them big blocks,
the
vape
fucking
size of your phone.
Yeah. You be in traffic like, oh shit, the car in front of me's on fire. Right? Like, what the fuck, man?
Some random chick blowing on that machine.
Yeah. Dude, but I mean, they have big ass clouds. You can be like sitting at a red light and think, damn, the dude in front of me, his car's on fire.
I thought a dude had a hookah in his whip one time.
That's still, I think that's still unhealthy though. Yeah. Just putting that shit in your lungs.
That shit's unhealthy.
Gotta irritate.
And hookah is terrible for you. It's like 1,000 cigs.
That big ass like cloud that the vape people. That's like taking bong hits, man. Like bong hits are fun, but dude, they ain't made to be done every day. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit'll fuck your lungs up, man.
It will.
Yeah, it has to. I think they're worse than cigarettes. Cigarettes just stink.
Yeah.
The other ones, they taste good. What was it? The pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade. That shit was delicious. But again, like that shit's only good to me because I don't like nicotine. If I could get a vape without some nicotine in it, you know what I mean? Like, but still, even after a couple of days, it begins to taste blah. It's time to move on.
Yeah.
I was just thinking this morning, like, I have my windows down in my truck. My wife been bitching. Not bitching. That's not the word, but it's been pointing out. Whether I wanted to hear it or not. We shall put it that way. It's been pointing out whether I wanted to hear it or not. It's like, your truck always smells like sweat. I'm like, well, I drive it to the gym. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, when I would be at my peak sweatiness, and she's like, don't smell bad. It just smells like fucking sweat in here. My gym bag's in there, so whatever. So I'm driving to work this morning with my windows down because now I'm self-conscious about something that probably don't even fucking matter because I ride in the truck by myself all the time anyway. It's like I got a gang of motherfuckers riding with me or some shit. But anyway... or I'm trying to pick up women in it or something like that. You know what I mean? Fucking, it's a manly truck. Truck should smell like sweat for the first of all, truck should smell like sweat.
Sweat and
farts. It's not a fucking Volkswagen Bug or some shit. It's a fucking truck, man. It should smell like a working motherfucker in there.
My truck smells like ladders, roofing shingles.
It should smell like shingles, right?
And farts.
Yeah.
And shoes.
Shoes.
Man, one time we went hunting with this guy. You just said fart, right? We went hunting with this guy. He just bought this brand new Ford of some sort, man, like an F-350 or some shit. And he's like, yeah, I'll drive to the lease And like when I was growing up, right, and this is a long time ago, my pops was always like the dude that drove the lease, but this guy Bugsy, they're like, whatever, you can drive the lease, right? So me and my dad were in the back, and there's this dude Lance in the passenger seat, and this dude Bugsy driving out there, right? Bugsy was like a weird dude, he was like a little Bruce Lee kind of guy, but he had a landscape service, and I don't know, he just had like, if there was a quintessential person for little man syndrome, it would be him. You know, like I'm like 16 and tiny, and I'm already bigger than him and shit. You know what I mean? He's a grown ass man. He's like 50 years old. And so,
Bugsy, he sound little.
Man, that dude like, so the dude in the passenger seat like let this big ass fart go, right? And the dude lost his shit, pulled over the side of the road. Fucking Tom also, and the dude that farted was a big ass dude. He would have clearly killed that motherfucker, right? We got guns and all sorts of shit in the car, and they out there in the front fucking yelling at each other. And the dude that farted's trying his best not to squash the little guy, which is making it, you know, how like a big dog just kind of move a chihuahua, a Rottweiler just kind of move a chihuahua out of the way, which make the chihuahua think it's tougher because, you know.
Yeah, you're building them up.
Fuck, man. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to get in the front seat and drive off in this dude's truck. But he was so mad, but the dude told me, he's like, dude, it's your work truck, man. He's like, you don't think nobody's there? He's like, just because you can hear mine doesn't mean other people ain't been in here, dude. It was so fucking funny.
Nah, but you know what's worse than a work truck or your sweaty truck is a stripper's car.
I ain't never been in one. I wouldn't know.
Shit.
Cheap perfume.
You got
cigarettes.
French fries in the back.
I'd be scared to get in one. I get glitter all over my shit.
Yeah.
Or a STD.
Hey, so you've been in some strippers' cars lately or what, man?
Long time ago.
Yeah, I know.
Very
It's
long
like
time
Sunday
ago.
night.
Like a long time ago. Yeah, you see rappers
2,000
jacking a
minutes
box.
ago.
Yeah. Well, chicks are like that with cars anyway. You know, my wife drives I don't remember how much it is, but let's say it's $150,000 fucking car she's driving around in with fucking goldfish crackers all in the back. See, I keep telling her, hey man, stop letting the fucking kids eat in the car. Oh, it keeps them quiet. Yeah, I keep them quiet in my truck too. Shut the fuck up, you guys, before I run this motherfucker into a brick wall. They don't say shit. They never make a fucking noise. But my wife, man, there'd be shit everywhere, bottles, fucking piles of trash. Like, women just do that shit. She'd be like, I just gotta, this is what she always says, I just had it clean last week. I just had it clean last week.
Kids can be out of control, though.
No, fact.
But if you don't supply them with shit to eat in the car, they ain't gonna have shit to eat in the car.
I was hungry, bro. So we go out to eat like 2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
Me, Ryan, Amy, and Christine. I get in the back. They move the baby seat. And they got goldfish there. Well, fuck, that's a snack. I go ahead and just eat two of them. You know?
They're everywhere.
Little snack before we go eat.
I forgot. So you seen it? Like I forgot that you were in there with us the other day. But yeah, that's exactly.
Pre-snacks.
Just shit everywhere. Women are like that. There was a meme that was going around the internet, and it was like some chick posted on Twitter. It was a dude with a table, one chair, and a box with a TV sitting on it. And it said, dudes' apartments, they just live like this, right? It's like, motherfucker, don't need much to be happy. Shit,
Nah,
you know?
it don't.
But then the dudes got all mad, so they made a meme that was like a car filled up to the brim with trash. And it'd be like, chicks be like, just move it out of the way and get in. Because it's true, man. They do keep dirty-ass cars.
Oh, that's a fact.
I'm from the car wash industry, so my shit's always got to be clean. I can't stand it, man. Like dirty windows and shit, can't do it.
The dude downstairs actually did a really nice job last Friday on my car.
Man,
Next time you're
Upstairs,
upstairs,
cleans cars for the building.
No, yeah. Like
That's a smart hustle.
he gets about $300 a month from me, maybe more than that, just taking care of all my shit.
I think I paid him 75, but he did hell of a job,
Yep.
bro. Like hell of a detailed job.
And
That's
it's
the
like
cool
a
thing
mobile
about here,
detail.
you know.
You got a truck with the water and all that.
Yeah, no, he got a whole fucking thing down there. They got a whole bay and everything in this parking garage.
So he's renting from here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's smart.
Yeah. Little
Dude, I counted yesterday.
He's smart. That's a lot of business in here.
That parking garage is 9 stories. Like it goes down 2, but altogether it's 9 different floors of parking over there. That damn structure is huge, man. So think if that dude's washing cars, man, if he's just washing 5% of the cars there, man, he's knocking down 50 or 60 cars a week, you know, at $50 a pop on average.
Yeah,
He's making some bread.
and that's only about 10 cars a day. Right now he's fucked because the parking garage is empty, but back when the shit was booming, man, he used to say, hey, get here early because you never know who's going to pull in here.
Yeah.
Nobody's making appointments, but
Yeah. Well, I was parking all the way up in the 6th floor.
yeah, same here till I bought a spot.
Yeah.
I think
Not just throwing fucking money away, but I don't want to give the spot away in case it comes
when they
back.
start jumping.
that's
yeah.
I just had that could be a whole business plan. You
What,
could do
car washes in
car
place like
washing
that? Oh, hell yeah.
for buildings.
And he has the mobile shit. He just plugs it into a hose, sprays your shit up. Does a great job. Yeah. Old dude.
Or maybe
Always
get
pay
some
them in
places to
advance.
pay for it for the clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Dude, so this building was maxed out, but yesterday you were up there, we were up on the 13th floor, and it's empty, right? So they moved the conference center up there. I don't know what they're doing at the conference center, but Amy and I were talking about, hey, we need to find a place that's like 10,000 square foot. We need to build a classroom for 100 inside of it, and then have our offices and studio and all the shit that we got here, but like have a classroom. And we almost took over the space up here, but it was a little too big. But if we could have turned it into a classroom, it probably would have worked. But anyway, for two reasons. One, so that we don't have to fucking rent, set up shit the way that they want it anymore. We're on our terms. Two, I want to get up in the air. That was a nice ass view. You living up in the air right now too. I miss that shit.
That shit is
Yesterday,
so nice.
yeah, yesterday I was like, oh shit, I miss this. Oh, I'm missing this from my life.
Now you get a wife and 3 kids.
Yeah, well,
Some
the other
sets are
thing is,
different though.
people need.
For real.
It just hits different though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you missed the sky rise, but family hits different.
Yeah. I love my house. My backyard is beautiful, but man, being able to see the whole cities, dude, that's just
That
something
shit has
else,
me
man.
thinking different.
About 20 floors up in the air is perfect, man, because you get too high, shit gets too small. But about 20 floors up in the air, man, it's perfect because you're taller than most, so you got good vision, but you're not too far from the ground. We can't see shit. You know?
We needed binoculars to look down.
Yeah.
For yours.
Yeah, no, we were about 15, I think, in mine. I think we were 15 floors up there, but yeah, we had binoculars too. I like watching the crackheads across the street fight. They would always fight over the street corner. The bums, you know what I mean? They would fight over the street corners. This shit was funny because like on one side of my view is like the richest part of Dallas, and on the other side is like just immediate hood. So it's like, dude, it was so fuck. You like one may be like, damn, there's a Lamborghini. Oh shit, there's 2 crackheads banging in the alley over there. Like it's fuck crazy, man.
Yeah, they don't give you a warning that you're about to walk into
Gentrification
that.
at its finest.
Yeah.
Lord.
But so I'm pretty sure that we can set it up to where we have cameras rolling and a training room that records everything, and we can just sub that shit out for when people want to throw events in Dallas. We got a place that'll hold 100 people that we can charge a couple grand. We'll give them the raw video files so they don't have to bring their crew out. They can edit it on their own or whatever. But I'm already talking to the landlord here to try to make that happen. Because if I charge, let's say, 3 of my friends a month want it for 2 days, shit, that covers more than the additional cost in rent, because it's going to cost some money to finish the shit out and everything else. But basically, it'd be like a free office for us. Not free because we'd still be paying the same that we pay here, but the difference could be handled with just 3 outside events a month.
Then you can negotiate it with the relationship, and because it's COVID.
Yeah. But I mean, if I'm charging $2 a day to come in for an event for 100 people, and that includes the camera, you got to buy your own catering and shit, but we'll set you up with the people to talk to, and an assistant. $2,000 a day. Most people do 2-day events, so it's $4,000. That you can't even get AV for $4,000 a day in a hotel for 100 people, but we could have it set up in our shit to where you could come in and for $4,000 have every fucking thing that you need other than your food. So calculated costs on your event are going to be with 100 people are going to be somewhere around $7,500 per fucking event. And then now, you know what I'm saying? You got your number straight with us. It's not a hotel where they fucking throw you crazy shit. It ain't ever the same. Oh, the going rate that day, right? Like you just set the shit with us, and we got all the fucking in-house stuff. So I'm working on a plan now.
I mean, we are
That's
growing.
a big vibe.
Yeah. That's next level shit.
Then you could promote it out to people just even outside of the friends group.
Yeah, well,
Like,
we
hey,
just
this is
got to
conference.
make the room cool. That's it, man. We just got to make the room cool. Big ass scream in the background, the lights up there, exactly. A projector. It's gonna cost a few bucks, man, but it'll we get to use it. We get to write it off. Then our friends get to use it too.
You could put a fogger on the stage.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Have a live band. I'm gonna put
Like a Van Halen concert.
Yeah, what is it, Van Halen?
but already have cameras everywhere. All that shit already be done. You know, put a stripper pole in the middle of it.
Hey,
Never know what can happen.
hey.
But that's pretty much what Billie Jean did. But he doesn't rent his out. But he's like Mr. Creative and shit like that. But for me, you know, I'm a little better with money than Billy. Shout out to Billy. So I will rent mine out.
It would be kind of cool to have the office and the classroom all in one.
smart.
Maybe I am better with money, but I'm gonna say I'm a lot more frugal than Billy is. I'm very frugal.
You can even record the events and sell them.
That's what I'm saying. You know, you could go in there and teach a group of people, record it, turn it into, like, we can help with all that shit, but I think that it's something that's missing. I think there's places like that around town. They just ain't got the connections that I do, and I got enough friend to book that shit up for a year already. You know,
because Jordan Belfort's Straight Line Persuasion, it's 20,000.
Yeah,
his video recording is him teaching a room full of people, but he sells it. Hey, this is my course.
They sell that for 20 G's now.
20 G.
Man, back when
I got it for free.
Yeah, I bought it in 2010. And same one, I imagine, because that's all it was in front of an audience. And I think it was like $1,000.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good shit, you know.
Was that before?
It's pretty good.
That's before Wolf of Wall Street.
No, it was already out. The book was out. I don't know if the movie was out yet or not. But
I feel like the movie came out later.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
the book came out like 2008 or something like that. And then the movie came out like 14, I think.
Oh, yeah, he raised the price for sure.
But see, I bought the shit before the movie. Jordan ran a phone room for Frank Kern, who's my buddy. And so Frank is like, dude, this guy's fucking crazy. You should listen to his stories and blah, blah, blah. And he sent me some videos and shit about him. And because, you know, I'm a sales guy. So he's like, you'll like this guy. And I'm like, that motherfucker is wild. Like, he was for real on some drugs like a damn rock star. So I don't know. They tried to set me up to go on his podcast a few times, but he don't want me on there. Like, his employees have hit me up numerous times, but he don't want me on there. I think the dude's made a lot more money than I am, so it's pretty safe to say he's a better salesperson than I am. But I think sometimes people worry about, like, if you have a few things to hide, they worry about getting somebody with nothing to hide in the room. Maybe I asked the wrong questions or, you know, something like that. I think some of those guys worry about that a little bit. Not that I'm going there like I'm going to get this motherfucker. That's not how I operate. You know that. It's not. But I could see how somebody might think, you know, shit, I got to make sure that I say the right stuff in front of him because he knows.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
He knows.
I want to be exposed.
That's okay. And I don't know anything about Jordan to know whether what I do or don't know. I'm just saying I have been asked no less than 6 times to do some shit with him. And every time it comes to him, it comes back. It's like, oh, man, we can't do it. And I'm not the one reaching out. It's not like I'm calling his camp being like, hey, put me on, coach. Like, I don't do that ever, you know. But they have reached out to me 6 times, but every time.
You think people do that? Like,
weird.
they go and ask other people to be on their podcast?
No, I think what happened is, like, you know, maybe I said, hey, Jose, find me 10 people to interview on my podcast. And you're like, dude, he'll love this hardcore closer guy. And then like, no, everybody but him, I'll take him. I think it was kind of like that assignment thing. So I met the dude at Dan Bilzerian's house one time. And he want to act like he didn't know who I was, but he follows me on Instagram. I see him watching my shit every day.
Come on,
You can see he's looking at your shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Jordan, why you playing, bro?
Yeah.
Fraudulent ass.
I see, you know, it could be a social media manager. I doubt it. You know, the social media manager might know me or something like that. You know, it's not like I snoop around. I be seeing you watching my shit too, Cardone.
Actually, Cardone dresses a little bit like you after you started doing the black stuff.
He likes my swagger, I think. You know?
He swagger jacket.
But I'm not. I'm like Cardone's like a sales dude. Like I'm a salesperson, but that's not what I train on. You know, and Cardone's always looking for money. Hey man, invest your money here. I'm always saying, hey, here's some places where you can make some money. So we're really a lot different. But yeah, he definitely went from suit and ties until I met him. And he's like, oh, wait, I don't have to be fake and wear all that shit, I guess. And then he started cutting his hair like me. Then I grew my beard out because I'm trying to be different. You know what I'm saying? I grew my beard out a little bit. Then he got a beard too. Like shit, the only thing he ain't done is get a tattoo. But he's too old for that shit.
Somebody who was
you don't
it?
be getting
Somebody
tattoos at
mentioned him.
63 or however old he is.
People call him Uncle Cardone.
G.
Uncle G.
Uncle G.
Yeah.
He's that old uncle that just wants to be young. I could see him like at a hip club, just trying to hang around the younger generation.
Talking to girls like, I'll take you to Cabo.
Oh, man, don't do that, Uncle G.
Just before I walked in here, I booked a trip to Cabo. I shit you not. Just before, I'm gonna take a girl to Cabo too. Her name is Mrs. Stuman.
Yo, we was at the Cowboys game. Jeff is so funny. He's like, you know how much those girls make? He was like, I bet you I can go down there right now and invite them all to Cabo and they'll all come.
The cheerleaders, they make like $26 an hour. That's it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's something fucking low like
That's
that.
crazy. But they going for they getting the ballers though.
Oh yeah, and they got they get
That's
endorsement deals and bikini shots and modeling shit.
You gotta remember, most businessmen don't have the charisma to approach a woman without throwing money at them, right?
Yeah.
So,
hey, I'm gonna just say, the cheerleaders, even though they only get like $26 an hour. That's $26 more an hour than 99% of the bitches showing ass on Instagram for free. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just gonna point that out.
that was facts.
Boom, folks.
Because it's not easy. It's not easy being a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Nah. They have a whole show. I like watched it twice.
Yeah, they go through some intense.
They go through
you
some
met
shit.
my homie Jay. I think he's been up here a couple times. He's the trainer for the cheerleaders. So like he's their fitness coach.
No way.
And real good religious dude, married, really good dude, man. And he's on the TV show and everything, but he's like one of the people that's like, nah, don't let this one hit. Like that's how he's an ex-military dude, so he's like very rough around the edges. Nah, don't let this one hit.
Yeah.
But their stock goes up.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're just like
it's a lifetime achievement.
Hard 7, like if you're like a hard 7, but you say you're a Dallas cheerleader, it automatically bumps you up to a 10.
For sure. And
Quick.
then they got a following though.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why it bumps you to a 10. See, that's our dudes doing, right? It doesn't make her any more prettier, but it gives us the ability to say, I banged a cheerleader. I banged the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, but she has to be a 10 at that point in our story to match up to the story that we're telling. So that's why they automatically get that bump, right?
Yeah.
Business is going great. I got my dream car. And check this out.
I banged a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Look at this picture. It'd be
I
like
guarantee you, if you hit like Maria Sharapova right now, you'd be bragging about it.
wood.
But you know, there's like only a couple teams. Like we talk about the Cowboy cheerleaders. There's like the Laker girls, the Cowboy cheerleaders, and like that's about it. What other like thing has like a big cheerleading presence? Maybe Miami. Anything Miami's probably pretty hot because they got some hot chicks there. But ain't nobody talking about like the Kansas City cheerleaders.
The Browns
cheerleaders.
Laker girls. I think the Laker girls.
No, that's what I'm saying. The Laker girls. Yeah, the Laker girls.
Yeah.
And anything Miami.
Phoenix, you could do right too. The Phoenix Suns.
Scottsdale's got the hottest
Yo,
chicks. That's where my
in
wife's
the
from.
planet,
Man.
bro.
The hottest chicks on the
Miami's
planet.
cool, but they do a lot of implants.
Yeah.
And girls
That's
that go
everywhere.
to
Shit, that's what I'm looking for.
And
Shit.
girls that go to ASU. Pfft,
Hey man, when I buy my cars, I don't leave them natural.
Whoa.
You know, when I buy a car, I put rims. I got a Rolls Royce. Most people like, damn, that's a nice car. Not me. I dropped it 2 inches, put some 23s on it, wrapped the whole thing. I'm same way with my woman. You know what I'm saying? Like she already an 8. Like let's just put some tits on it, man. Let's get her fingernails done. Put some hair extensions in. Shit, now we fucking with an 11.
Yeah.
Hey,
We're running score up on people.
No, you're right. My dude.
I just offended half our audience. The ladies of this is like, first of all, that's true. His wife does do all that shit. Second of all, what the fuck?
Yeah, one of my nephew. I was gonna say my dude. I didn't want to put him out there. And he got his girl, right? Nice chick, whatever. And I started noticing changes in her. Like, damn, bro. Yeah, I bought her some titties.
So
He said I noticed a change.
Damn. No, because they were like
Hey, that's
huge.
a good way
She
to
went
put
from
it, though.
like-
Being
she
respectful
went
and
from
shit.
like
Noticing the change. Like,
average.
for some reason, I couldn't quit staring at her.
And I was like, damn.
She went from an A to a D quick.
Yeah, and she went and bought her some ass, got her
I
some
don't know what it
lipo.
is, but I wanted to
I was
fuck
like-
his girlfriend all of a sudden.
I'm like, damn, what's
Oh,
up, man? He
shit.
said, nah, bro. I took her to go build a bitch.
Bro, I kid you not. This is
You to build a bitch.
Hey, mom, please don't be mad at me. But look, before, like, you know, I was changing my life and all that, I came up with a concept.
He said before I changed my life.
Damn it.
I came up with a concept called Build a Bitch. Dead ass.
They're going
It
through
was
it anyway.
me and John, my boy John Arango. We came up with this idea. We was in Vegas. You know, where Vegas is, you know, shit can happen. It's cool out there to do whatever. And you could pick her hair color, her body type, her
Shit, they got that on the
Right.
escort apps in Vegas anyway.
for real.
Hell yeah. They'll bring you whatever you want. You just type in shit. That's the cool thing about Vegas. They're like, we get whatever you want.
Yeah, Vegas is wild.
Now, personally, for a story, I ain't never banged no hookers in Vegas, but I got lots of friends who
do.
who have over the years in the past, who have in the years past, and so
I'd fuck with him.
I look like if you're a single
Like-
dude, so if you got out Tinder right now, I'd be like, let me check that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm curious. I'm not gonna download it on my phone because I don't want Mrs. Stuman asking questions, but I'm still interested in like what's out there. You know what I'm saying?
I did a
They got
beta test
apps
the
and
other
shit
day.
and websites in Vegas, man. This is like picking baseball cards.
I'd
Yo,
pick-
girls out here are aggressive. I did a beta test the other day. You know, I slimmed up some. I'm a little bit bigger. I posted a post of me flexing. Like, that's my first picture. I put my Tinder on for 24 hours. I check it the next day. 84 likes. Girls DMing. Going crazy, bro.
So they you don't have to match them for them to send you, or they were
Because
people
I
you
got
already
Tinder
matched to.
Gold, right?
Okay.
So I can see like the girls that like me.
Oh,
And I could just left, right?
do they make chicks pay for that or no?
Yeah,
It's only
they
dudes
got
people.
Tinder Gold too.
For
Tinder
chicks?
Gold for everybody.
Huh. And you can see who likes it. If
Yeah.
you see, when I did it, it was free. It was all free. There was nothing done.
Because they got it messed up when it's free.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you limited to the amount of swipes you can get. You can't see who liked you.
Oh.
It's whack. at
Oh,
that
they got it
point.
fucked up now. See, now,
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in the day, it was all free.
I'm telling you, and Hinge too. Hinge
Hinge?
is like the girl has to hit you up. You could comment on her picture. You could say some funny shit. Even if she ain't fucking with you off the looks, you could get her with the charisma. Like,
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Hinge, bro.
Yeah.
Hinge is lit.
Hinge.
Yeah.
I never heard
That's
of
some
that
new
one.
shit. I ain't.
Hinge
I
is
ain't
lit,
even-
bro.
You got to get on it, Jose. You got to start living your best life, man. Hey,
I want to go to Vegas and order a
hold up.
one-legged bitch with a patch and see if she rolls up, bro.
They
If-
will
if-
do it, man.
If that rolls up, I'm gonna sit there and just laugh my ass. They gonna send me a pirate.
looking like that, looking like the boat captain from Family Guy and shit.
I want to see that.
Hey,
Like if
hey,
you can order
you're,
anything.
You're single, man. Don't knock the internet. You know what I'm saying? There's hot singles in your area looking to hook up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's true though. Like back in the day when you seen that advertisement on the internet, you're like, "This some bullshit," right? But now you're like, there are literally hot singles in my area looking to hook up.
You ever think about this?
They're like Hinge, Tinder. What's another one? Plenty of Fish. What's another one? Match.com.
they got a lot of
Hey
shit.
man,
Kristen Mingle.
those sites. See,
I want to go to farmersmingle.com.
yeah, but hey, here's what happens though, man. I'm all about it, right? So it's a lot like sales, okay? So sales, I'm gonna close a deal if you give me 1,000 names to call. I'm gonna close a deal. I don't know which one it is. I'm just gonna call through them and I'm gonna talk to somebody. And out of 1,000 deals, I'm gonna close one. That means I got to show up at the right day, at the right time, with the right problem, and I got to get lucky on one of these days that it takes me to get through 1,000 of these calls. Or I can drop out a funnel and say, hey, does anybody want to buy this shit? And then 4 or 5 people opt in and say, yeah, I want to buy this shit. And then I sell it one person. Took me damn near none of the fucking time that it did to sell the same one person out of those 1,000 people. Now, the reason why I share that with you is because dating works a lot of the same way. You can hope that you go to the right bar at the right place, or the right church at the right place, or the right time, or the right homeboy or homegirl to introduce you to somebody. And it's like fishing without a GPS tracker for fish, or whatever that sonar thing is. You're just dropping a line off, hoping, shit, man, I hope a fish swims by, right? That's what you're doing when you go into the bar or whatever. You're like, damn, I hope a fine ass chick walks by that likes me, that would let me talk to her, and then I can peep some game to her. And if I say the right combination of words, like, there's a fucking lot going on there, right? Or you can just get on the internet and swipe right, and if she swipe right, you go, oh shit, you like me, I like you. What you doing today?
Simple.
Then when you go to the place that you were going to go to anyway, you show up with a better shot of fucking getting what you want out of the deal.
And you already know she's
welcome,
interested.
ladies and gentlemen. Jose, download that shit, man. Fucking, I'm saving you time, and time is money, sir.
I'm telling you, bro.
Time is money.
That shit is lit, bro.
And chicks like to get to know dudes off the internet first before they know them in person, because there's lots of fucking weirdos out there, man.
I'll
Lots
have
of
girls
fucking
add me on
weirdos.
Instagram and watch my stories.
They will watch your shit and get to fucking know you.
Get to know you, yes.
And then, because chicks are like Nancy Drew, man, they be stalking and shit like that.
Yes.
And then, but guess what? After, you know,
they
they
start
feel like they get to know,
commenting on
oh,
your
he
shit.
kind of cute, oh, he kind of funny, and then fucking you're in.
Yeah.
That's
Social
what I've
media.
heard. That's what I've heard.
That's insane how
So
much the
expensive.
social media has changed.
You ever think about this? You think all of our parents and our great grandparents and their parents would have got all the shit done that they got done if they would have had all this distraction and social media?
No, man.
Nah, this shit's
But
wild.
they used to meet up and bang too, but they would just meet up at like the kissing rock. And you'd be like, no, I'm not kissing her, I'm not kissing her. You cool, Shirley, let's go. Right? Like that, it just worked a little bit different. You know, it's the same shit. It just, we getting faster. You know, back then,
true.
like when I was in school, everybody knew to go to like the Taco Bell in the morning. There was a Taco Bell right across the street from the school, so you would show up early. Mom and dad drop you off early or whatever. You go hang out at Taco Bell, and then all the kids would be there. And then right before class, everybody cross the street and go to school, right? But you had to know. You had to know that was the place to be.
spot.
That
You
was
know,
the spot.
you knew when you were riding your bike through the neighborhood, you knew that there was like 3 or 4 of your buddies' houses that their parents worked during the day, so nobody cared if they were there. So you had to look for the bikes.
Yeah.
But you knew those 2 or 3 houses to go to,
But
you know. But we just made it faster with the internet. Now it's like, you know, oh, you're hot, I'm hot. We're both singles in the area.
Hey.
Let's look up.
and it's law of averages, bro. I be teaching my youngins, just shoot your shot.
Just shoot your shot.
Yeah,
What you gonna do? Say no? Ooh, like
and
who
that's,
cares?
that's
Like,
the part too.
there's so
I
many
think
girls.
people are like shying away from having social interactions, and I think that's unhealthy. If you got to go online to feel like more comfortable to talk to somebody online than you would in person, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's going to destroy that culture where our younger generation who are just playing video games and talking on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever they use, that's going to inhibit them from becoming successful when it comes to interacting, shaking somebody's hand and looking at them in the eyes. When's the last time a young kid's done that to you? Like a teenage kid, not yours, but you know, can shake your hand and look at you in the eye and say,
My
"Hey,
little
Mr. Stewman,"
cousins.
I don't.
you know?
I don't
We
know,
talk-
man.
we
I don't
teach
know
them
too
that,
many
though.
young people.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing.
We teach them that though.
Yeah,
Like-
but that doesn't happen as often. I'm around people like that, like at the barbershops and things like that. Oh, you're so-and-so son. I'll go out there and shake their hand, and they kind of like shy away. Like they're not used to someone shaking their hand.
Yeah.
You know?
It's very weird.
And in that culture, they get so wrapped up in that culture. That shit got real feminine. Like that new generation.
Yeah,
like we grew up with Tupac and Eazy-E and Biggie. If you ever pay attention to Tupac was 19 years old when he was preaching some grown man shit. Like that dude was very knowledgeable.
He was an actor
He got a
too,
lot
though.
done in
Yeah.
25
He,
years.
he was an actor though. Like Tupac was, he like grew up in acting school, went to very wealthy private school for acting and stuff like that. Like so, he was a good actor.
Shakespearean,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Juice is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
but his verbs, his message, right, is relevant to today's
Yeah.
what's going on in the economy and in America. He was speaking that shit when he was 19 years old. Now go talk to a 19-year-old. Listen to the 19-year-old rap stars today. Look what Biggie was saying.
Yeah,
and then look at what these 19-year-old dudes are saying, right? They got purple hair.
Go listen to
But-
Things Done Change versus
I
like
don't-
some shit that's out right now.
Yeah.
Here's
you know?
the thing.
difference.
A lot of these
They got-
dudes think your age makes you a man.
Nah, and
cap.
it's feminine. It's feminine as fuck compared to back then. These dudes, they wear booty shorts, bro.
It's not. I'm gonna
Booty
take that
shorts
back
and-
though.
Yeah,
I recently have got into music from like the 70s that they've remade into rap songs, right? So shit like the Gap Band and the Spinners and shit like that. That a lot of their beats they turned into rap songs when we were coming up, right? When I'm older, you're a little bit older than me, so when we were coming up, right? And so I've been finding like the original ones. Like I made a little playlist on Spotify and shit. Man, they were pretty fucking people back then too. Like James Brown and those guys had like long hair. It's the
Yeah,
same
there was
shit.
some pimp
Like
shit.
Future, like for example, Future has like long hair pulled in a ponytail, just like the popular like the ball players wear, was like the dreads and shit like that. These guys back then didn't have the dreads, but they had this like soul glow beautiful fucking hair. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right? And they
yeah.
that was the style then. But and they would wear like you
You
remember.
said soul glow.
Yeah, you know what that is, right? That's the shit from Coming to America. And
Let your soul.
it's looking like Daryl or whatever his name was.
Oh shit.
And then they wore these like crazy purple suits and shit. Remember how crazy Prince dressed? Like even in
Prince
the
was
Chappelle show,
very
it's like
androgynous,
shirts
but-
versus blouses. Remember that? Charlie Murphy. Shirts versus blouses. Yeah.
Very androgynous.
So it's stayed feminine this whole time, you know, and it's just a different version of it today. You know, today it's just like extra because dudes be having man buns and shit like that. But it's no different from, like I said, in the 70s with you know, these guys that had long hair and wore crazy big collared suits and shit. It's just a, you know.
The society's pushing for men to act more feminine though.
Which is weird to me, man.
I
That
heard
shit
an
gay.
interview. I don't remember what judge it was, but he grew up in the military, and what him analyzing today's culture was, we need to unharden men, right? Men cause wars,
But why can't they just
Right.
leave us alone?
right?
Like, I'm good. You good?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I ain't trying
They
to
don't
go
need
to
to
war.
worry about me, man. Don't
Yeah.
worry about
You
me.
know,
I'm good.
And it's always the people like, don't tell me how to be a man and you're a woman.
Yeah. Or don't tell me.
Yeah.
Don't tell me shit. Just let me be
Doris
good.
Burke, and it's a random ass name. Teach you
are-
how to be a man. What?
But see, but now you got more women who have careers, independent. Some of them are even tougher than guys. They go fight in our militaries. If you look at MMA, you
I love alpha
I
shit.
want to see the girl fights more than I want to see the dude fights. I'm impressed by a woman can do it in the ring or lifting weights. Shit, you go on Instagram, you see girls with like super muscles, like they're huge, and that's. I don't think that's the way we were developed to be. Now, hey, women equal rights, I'm all for that. But men should be a little bit stronger than women. Now, women will argue with me. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there has to be one dominant person in a relationship. Both of them can't be dominant. One of them has to have a better sense of direction than the other one, right? The other one will bring value into that relationship and assist you or help the couple, the relationship grow, right? But now it's the other way around where women are managing the men. They're stronger than them. They'll stick up for them. You know,
Stay at home dad.
Can like, but what
Stay
you
at home dads. Fuck.
I'm not hating on it. It's just like I just as a man and like growing up with like real men.
It's supposed to work?
I wake up, I'm hungry, bro. Like
You
I provide for. I don't have kids, but I provide for my people
Yeah,
around
it's supposed
me.
to be the hunter.
It's just like I don't think about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't process.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. Hey, we going out to eat. I got you, bro. Like
But I think our
Whatever.
generation is probably the last of a dying breed of. And I'm not saying they don't exist because you still got people who are teaching their kids, their sons, the proper way of becoming a man.
That's
Right?
a dime a
What is a
dozen,
man? Right? Yeah, integrity. You know, ready to roll up your sleeve and
Character.
sacrifice for your family. Right? You go hunt, bring the food home, teach your kids discipline. We have to be the disciplinary ones. Yeah. We can't go home and later, well, I'm gonna tell your mom because they ain't scared of you.
Yeah,
'Cause
my
you too
kids.
softy.
My kids ain't trying to like.
No,
They don't listen to
you're
mom, but they
teaching.
listen to me.
Yeah.
You know,
I've been.
there's got to be a stronger
Boys will be boys.
But think about
Yeah.
what you said. Like somewhere there's like
Boys
government
should be boys.
There's government officials who are thinking about our problems, trying to solve them for us. Like, man, let me worry about myself.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Freakonomics shit. They figure, okay, let's water down the
if we just leave shit
masculinity
alone?
of today's culture. Let's soften it up. Let's make it more soft, gay, or whatever. And maybe our future leaders won't be so prone to go and start a war. Right?
But war is sometimes necessary. Like, I'm gonna just keep it a buck.
Sometimes you got to fight, motherfucker.
Sometimes, like,
But we're all men.
and you know the streets.
Women be like, sometimes you just need to argue with a motherfucker.
Hey, and you know the streets. This comes back to this. This is more a little bit more harsh, but it's like it's one thing to have enemies, but it's better if you have no enemies.
Man, enemies keep you sharp, bro.
But
Enemies keep
hear
you
me
sharp.
though. But hear me. If you can eliminate the enemy, whether that be in business, you in the streets, it's going body for body right now, and you totally eliminate. You don't have an issue.
Where do enemies come from, right?
Well, but hold on.
Jealousy.
Like, just think like you're America. And we go to war with like Afghanistan. Like, first of all, yeah, I get Bin Laden blew those buildings up or whatever, but what the fuck's that got to do with Afghanistan? You know what I mean? It's not like the regular people in the mountains there were like the folks that were like, you know what, let's just get this crazy billionaire to fly fucking jets into a building. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people, again, if China got mad at us, it'd be like, bro, that's not my beef. I've been taking y'all's medicine my whole fucking life. You know, like, that's between you and Trump or Biden or whoever the fuck is in charge of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not mad at the Chinese. You mad at the Chinese? I don't even fucking know the Chinese. There's not even a name. It's just a fucking race of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the way that I look at it is like, why we do have all these enemies, but I don't understand. I feel like if you were to say, hey, Mexico, this is your land, we ain't gonna fuck with it. Nobody else gonna fuck with it. Be cool. All right, that's cool. Salvador, hey, man, y'all got a little piece, but this is your little piece, you know, hey. And everybody just like, I don't know, it ain't like somebody right now is like, we have a crazy military and we're going to take over America. This shit's not happening. Yeah. Russia, America, and China run shit. We're all three kind of allies. We, you know, like, we know what's up. We're that third circle of friendship or whatever. I don't see where these enemies and shit come from either. You know, we live in a time now to where everybody, there's 30 countries that got nuclear bombs, so that's off the fucking table, you know? So it's like, we gonna have to get along.
Yeah.
And I'm up for someone trying to attack us right now so we can unify instead of fighting amongst each other against a common enemy. So I don't think that would be as fucked up as that sounds. I mean, shit, we already have wars in on our streets.
I don't think nobody care. You know what I think would happen right now? If China fucking attacked us right now, somehow it'd be Trump's fault, man. You know, I mean, seriously, that's exactly what would happen. Whoever's in charge, we always blame, even though that's the last motherfucker to catch the shit that's going on.
Yeah, he's out there playing golf. Hey, they just attacked us.
He's really just a face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The Congress, and they make all the decisions.
Yep. Just like any business, you know, like the CEO's just the face of the fucking deal. The board's making all the decisions.
Thanks.
You know,
bro, and we just to go back on like how our society's changing, right? Especially like with the younger generation, right? They're learning all this bullshit from us, like collectively. Obviously, in our own households, we on some G shit, you know, pushing greatness, right? I was at Nick and Sam's yesterday for a birthday party.
What is that?
I seen y'all got the cotton candy.
Yeah, Jonah got the cotton candy and all that. Nick and Sam's is like a steakhouse.
Oh,
You never been there?
Fancy.
It's like
They
Dallas
bring out the
number one
steak.
steakhouse. Yeah, it's like Dallas number one steakhouse.
They're one of 9 places in the world that gets Wagyu Kobe beef.
Yeah, it's out of my price
What the
range,
fuck
but
is
I
Wagyu?
go there once or twice a year. But it's like
Massaged
expensive.
cattle fed ginger beer.
fuck you mean?
Bread.
Massaged.
Bro, I'm a cook a Wagyu steak and bring it over. Bro. The cows get massaged.
Honestly,
they get massaged.
They get massaged
before they slaughter them.
I swear they live a great life.
I ate the shit, but like a few
Is it
times.
good?
But it's like it's
It's
never
the best steak I ever had.
See, but I'm not a big foodie, so I'm like, you know what? I would have been cool with a $30 steak or a $300 steak. It
Saltgrass.
is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not like a foodie. I'm like my wife. She can tell the difference. But me, I'll eat that shit in 10 seconds, whether it costs $1,000 or $10. I'm just fucking gone. I got some. I can taste the hint of like, how you got time to do all that shit, man?
I ain't like that.
I had a friends always bragging about eating bison and
Bison's good as fuck.
Bison's good.
Now that's different.
Bison's really
you
good.
You can taste the difference
You can
between
taste
it.
the difference.
It's real lean. I like lean shit. I like kind of chewy, lean beef. I know some people like that real soft fat. So it just depends. But I like chewy
buffalo.
lean beef. Buffalo's good as a motherfucker.
With a Wagyu cow, the meat and the fat is marbled together perfectly.
Yeah, that's what they say.
They super tender and melt in your mouth. I think the best Wagyu is at Nobu. That's just me. Because I like the way they prepare it.
I haven't been to those places.
But it's like $100
cool at
a gram.
Saltgrass.
It's like the cost of Coke. It's like $100 a gram.
Yeah.
Or so, or $100 an ounce or some
It's,
shit, man. It's fucking,
they got the domestic Wagyu's $12 an ounce. And then it goes all the way up to like, I think it's the snow beef or some other shit. It's like $55 an ounce. And the minimum is 6 ounces. Do the math. That's like $360 for the steak.
Then I can feed 10 people at
you can
Saltgrass.
shit it out.
This will be your portion.
Yeah.
oh, that was good.
Nah, but people be tripping about that.
I mean, if
I
you
just
got
took
it.
a $360 shit on a cow that got a massage, man. I am fuck you money rich.
Yeah.
I never done no shit like that. Like I have people buy me shit. Oh, you got to try the Wagyu. It's like, if you on your dollar, I'll eat whatever the fuck you give me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But on my dollar, we going to fucking Saltgrass.
We're going to Saltgrass.
I like Nick and Sam's. So they got some
occasion,
good
it's
shit.
lit.
For me, I like
wouldn't eat
steaks
there
that
every
are
day.
like got the Cajun season and shit like that on them. They're like crisp and shit like got like a, I don't know.
The char.
Yeah. So like all these fancy steakhouses around here, I've eaten in all of them, man. I made it a point to go to every
I haven't
one
been
of them.
to those two, but I go to like
Papa's
Capital
Brothers
Grill.
good. Capital Grill's good.
I go to Capital Grill, Table 13, Arthur's. Arthur's right behind us. That's a nice little bougie.
Arthur's is really good. But
That's a cool low key place. Arthur's is.
Yeah. It's the
But
old heads.
probably the best steak I ate in the Metroplex is at Papa's Brothers. Over
Yeah.
off the
Northwest
35,
Highway.
yeah, Northwest Highway.
Yeah.
There's like a Papa's Brothers steakhouse back in there, and it's like
Yeah.
it's old. It's been around for a long time. They got phones in there, like gangsters used to have. Like on the table, there's a
Yeah.
phone, so you can be talking on the phone at the
Yeah.
steakhouse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's one of those rotary deals. I mean, it's old school as fuck, man. But their steaks are good, man.
But yeah, like we kind of went to the steaks. But
Man, when the steak, when
I'm hungry.
well, I'm hungry too. When,
yo, I ain't ate today yet.
when the state opens up, though, you can go to Papa Brothers and get a steak and then walk your ass right across the street to Red River and dance some fucking shit with some
Hell yeah.
chicks and take home whoever you want.
That's it.
Yeah, but I'm looking at these.
That's where all the bikes
right?
are. In the
Yeah,
front
that's where all
yard.
the
That's where all the bikes are.
I'm looking at these girls, right? And I notice a lot of young hot girls go to Nick and Sam's.
Yeah.
And they'll get sushi to try to pick up a baller. But there's a
That's
table
smart, man.
behind
They're
us.
trying to put their line in the water, just like Jose
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah.
These girls were literally all dressed up, right? Hair, makeup, super fly, right? And they're all sitting
Because
down.
a rich motherfucker don't want no average ass chick.
They're all sitting down together, right? And each one of them is just on their phone the whole time. Doesn't say a word. And we observed this for like 20 minutes. Like, what the fuck? Then like 10 minutes later, about this 6'8" dude comes in. I know he played for somebody.
Yeah.
He comes in and pays for everything. I'm like, and they just leave. I'm like, yo, they got this dude on a hook.
Yeah. They not never gonna run me like that, man. I could see my. I'm gonna take that back. I could see my wife doing some bullshit like that, but the story would be there was a bunch of drunk fucking mothers in Highland Park getting fucked up, and some dude had to come in there and yank them out and pay their fucking bill. That would be the way that shit would happen with me. But man,
that's tricky.
could you imagine being a baller?
That's
like,
tricky.
like here's what I think though. If I'm a baller,
And bro,
and
they
I
supposed to
got all
be
the
friends.
shit-
They don't even talk. I'm like, this shit is weird as fuck.
But there's a bigger picture. If I'm the baller and I'm the dude with all the money, I'm not taking care of nobody. Like, y'all should be fucking looking up and fucking trying to take care of me because I'm the cool one that's got the good job. Yeah. Right? Like, you chick, you should be lucky to fucking land me. I'm a goddamn professional fucking athlete, which means I'm in shape and I got some goddamn money. So you lucky to have me. You should be paying for my fucking steak. That's how I would be. I would make it. Yeah. I would be like that guy. If I was a professional athlete, like, I'm not gonna be paying for all these chicks. These chicks dying to fucking get with me. Shit, you got to buy me dinner.
I would not date a girl Seriously.
No, hey,
unless
100%.
she be paying for shit too.
Hell yeah,
That's
Amy
what I
paid for all that when we were living
Shit.
back when we were dating. She was going back and forth. She bought her own plane tickets. She hit me up one time. She said, "How come you don't buy my plane tickets?" I said, "Because you got a goddamn job too." You know, like what kind of is? I'm not trying to get in the habit of buying your shit all the time too.
That's probably the first time in her life she heard that.
That's probably what made her fall in love with me.
I promise you, bro. Because I be telling girls that same thing. I'm like, nah, I ain't taking you out. I'm not taking you out. You know, take me out. And they just be like,
pay for the dick.
Whoa.
Switch it around on them.
Whoa.
We don't pay for pussy no more.
Yeah. Well, man, y'all want equal rights.
That's a fact.
Hey, y'all want equal rights. You know what I'm saying?
You know?
But the truth is,
But you want me to pay?
Hey, if I was single right now, I'm not taking nobody out on dates. First of all, I'm 41 years old and in good shape. I got a Lamborghini, Rolls Royce. I would take myself out. I don't need to pay for your shit.
Yep.
But if I was single, I would be like, hey, you know what? I'm a well put together man. Now, if I was single this time, I mean I was divorced 4 times, so I'm probably not the greatest catch at that point. But if I was still single all these years later, right? If I was still single all these years later, man, and I got my shit together, I'm gonna expect somebody to carry their weight. You know, like, hey, maybe when we get married, I'll pick up everything. But what, you know what I'm saying? But like, and take care of you and shit like that. But I'm gonna need you to act like you got something put into this. Like if we gonna do business together, I'm gonna act like I'm gonna need you to act like you gonna put in some work too.
I'm 100% on board with that. Like, nah. Just like on what was that?
Older woman ain't got
Millions?
no time for no games either.
Either, bro. It's straight to the point.
Did 26 and up start to figure their shit
Man,
out? Really,
check it
after
out.
they get 30 and up, man, they really start getting it dialed in.
I'm dating a chick
And they
right now.
figure out who
She's
they are.
41.
Yeah, it's a
Check
good
this
age.
out. So-
She owns 3 businesses.
See,
If you move in with a woman and she's helping you get on your feet, her friends are gonna call you a bum.
bum.
Yeah.
Right? So
Fuck boy.
if she's staying with you and she ain't got no job and you looking out at her, people are saying you're being a man and you're taking care of your woman. Nah, not in my eyes. She's a fucking
That's
bum.
crazy.
She's a bum. If she has now, if you choose, hey, you know what? Just take care of the house. I got you. You got some money put away.
Then
or
you would
invest.
simp.
You know what I'm saying? Now you a simp. I think hey, if you take care of a woman, right? Because she can't get her shit together, she's a fucking bum. Just like you would be labeled a bum if you're laying on her couch and she's just helping you get on your feet because you did some bad investments on her. You's a bum. It goes both ways. Either you're a bum or she's a bum.
Hey, but that's some good dating advice. A lot of y'all trying to marry a bum.
Whoa.
You know, think about that for a second. A lot of y'all trying to, you know, Darian's over here talking about this chick he's dating owns 3 businesses. She ain't a bum, right? If they move in together, she carrying her weight. And even if he said sell your businesses, and like, so I got a buddy who his wife is worth, we'll just say hundreds of millions of dollars. And he himself is worth about 10 million on his own, right? She's worth hundreds of millions and he himself, he worth about 10 million on his own. She's still working. She's managing a huge fucking company. She's the CEO running a huge fucking company, right? He done sold his shit for his 10 million. He's fucking running marathons and working out all day and he don't work for shit, you know what I'm saying? But he don't clean the house either. They got money, so they got a housekeeper. So he just living his best life, traveling the world, because she's always on the road anyway, board meetings here, there, and shit like that. But if you didn't know any better, you'd think my friend was just like this fuck boy that this chick, you know what I'm saying? But like, you don't know that he sold his shit about 10 years ago and he's independently rich, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is like, but she would have never married him if he was just some fucking dude sleeping on the couch.
for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? But a lot of people do that. They go to a restaurant and they pick up some fucking hot chick that's a bum that ain't got her life to fucking together, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna make her into the greatest mom and housewife ever." Like, she couldn't make it on her own, bro.
Yeah.
And you wanted to raise up kids. You know, they
you like Nick and Sam's.
You have to think, man.
$12 sushi.
You got when you're looking for a significant other, no matter if you're a woman or a dude, you got to think, hey, good job is a requirement, right? Leadership skills is a requirement. You know, the ability to fucking get along is a requirement. The ability to take care of themselves and others is a requirement, because eventually you're going to have kids and shit. You know, a lot of people don't think that though. They're like, oh, she pretty, I'm going to put her. They treat them like pets. Oh, she pretty, I'm going to put her in a cage and fuck her when I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I'm gonna lock her up in the house and I'm gonna let her clean our nice house and then I'm gonna fuck her when I want to and then we gonna live happily ever after. She just like a dog, man. One day she find out the front door's unlocked. Shit, that old hound dog up the street looking good. You got them ears and shit.
I think
Hell yeah.
unstable.
And she'll take you for granted. Promise.
I think unstable men who have no integrity. They target, they prey on vulnerable women that are bums, right?
And then that gives the bums an excuse to be a bum.
Yeah, because they to have an intellectual conversation with someone who owns 3 businesses is a different conversation than having one with a bum. A bum would always tell you yes, because she needs you.
Yeah,
you know, yes, I'll do this. Here, I'm gonna buy you some ass and titties, because so at least you can look. Yeah. Half-ass, all right.
At least you don't look like a bum.
Yeah. You know, so being a bum, having a conversation with a bum would be a lot easier than trying to manipulate a woman that's a CEO of a huge company.
And there's a flip side to this too. If you come to your senses and try to cut that bum off, she gonna do everything she can to attach you. Even that happens to ballers all the time. Oh, he hit me, he raped me. And that doesn't just happen to ballers too. I know this just happen to business dudes.
They can just say that.
I know
shit.
Shorty got 70 racks, like undisclosed, off the paper from a Dallas Cowboy.
And they just say that shit. You can just say that, like,
because he gave her an STD.
If I call the police right now and I'm like, Darian hit me, they'd be like, so what the fuck you want? Fucking you a man, right? Shut the fuck up, man. We're not sending our resources out there. Yeah. But if a chick calls, she's like, Darren hit me, man, they will fucking come. And they say that like it's a man's world. Shit. In some circumstances, it ain't. Yeah, fuck.
Another black man was shot today by Dallas Police Department.
Today?
Nah.
Oh, yeah, no shit. Oh, yeah. I'm like, damn, it's like barely noon.
God forbid. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. But no, you're right. You know, like this is fucking crazy, but you guys, y'all just spelled it out. If you are a dude that's a hustler or a chick that's a hustler that's out there making shit happen, man, you say opposites attract, and you're gonna want a bum, because when you're a giver, you want to be around takers, but it's a bad idea. Bad idea. Yeah. See, we done talked about steak. You know, fucking hungry. We didn't talk about some steak. We didn't talk about relationship advice. We didn't give life advice. Talking about kids. Maybe just be on here putting shit together.
I like this. I feel a little bit more comfortable now talking on.
We just got the people a 5-course meal.
You know, think and that's something that I think a lot of people listening to this. It's like, hey, the more you do it, the easier it gets, right? That's the way, you know, we teach our people and in all of our programs is like, hey, in the beginning, it's going to be weird doing a podcast. It's going to be weird doing a video. It's going to be weird writing posts on social media. But then the more you do it, it's like, you know, it's just another Thursday at 11. Yeah. You know?
But, I mean, I stay sharp. I still read. I listen to other people speak and content that they're talking about. I don't agree with most of their views. I think us three have, even though we kindly disagree with each other, we just point out different perspectives of the conversation. I don't think honestly, we do agree on some things. I think most of it we don't. You just can't tell because we just point out a different perspective and we're respectful towards each other's opinion.
Take notes, motherfuckers.
Write that shit on.
Yeah, if you really pay attention to our conversation, sometimes we don't agree, but our different perspective is respected by the other person. It's
we hear each other out.
Yeah.
You know? All right, that's it for this week, everybody. Make sure you share this shit. Leave us a review, all that good stuff. You can find me if you want to follow me at onespotsocial.com/closer.
Instagram, I am Jose.
You're killing me, man.
Hey, what's good, my baby? You can find me at Darian, Darian Stevens, STEPHENS1 on Instagram.
We out.